Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of ReZero Starting Life in Another World on Season 2, which is on episode 42, or ReZero Season 2 on episode 4 of Part 2 of Season 2, or the second core, whichever one that seems fitting for you. Anyways, this episode right here looks really simple. I don't think there's a lot of detail to give out to you guys, but there might be some important stuff that might play a future, that's going to play a role later in the trial for Amelia herself. We all know, if you're up to date at this point, obvious from the get-go, if you are watching it, that is. She's undergoing a trial to liberate the sanctuary, and apparently in this episode right here, she's gone through some memories that's supposed to be a simple warm-up, or should I say, like, just a warm-up before the starting point of a real past or backstory, or memories, or trial. You get the cue. That's if you are up to date. That aside, I want to get this out of the way first, because I think this might be, because apparently Subaru seems to have another important role to play besides Amelia's trial to liberate the sanctuary, So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to that Subaru is still embarrassed with Garfield having to know that Subaru wrote all those letters, love letter words on the sanctuary, on Amelia's trial, and of course, there's some funny stuff here and there, but we have to that Subaru mentions that Garfield took 1 hour to finish a certain trial or get closure, while Amelia's taking that long. We have to it that Otto ends up saying, well, that's if she finishes it on time, but Subaru elbows him a bit and says, hey, can you just not give any more jinxed up bad repercussions or something? Even Ram scolds him for saying that and flicks him in the forehead, That aside, we have to it that Ryuzu or Shima wants to talk to Subaru about the liberation of the sanctuary, about do you know the consequences of what's to come if you try to liberate the sanctuary whatsoever, Yeah, all I know is Subaru has to have a subject that's unavoidable about liberating the sanctuary, and that seems important alone, since one of the Ryuzus, Shima or something like that, wants to talk to Subaru about that. Of course, she is accompanied by the other Ryuzu whatsoever to get some help, etc. Yeah. Anyways, now I could get into Amelia's memories of her backstory. She was a young kid, and this is just a warm-up, and you know how she is, It's like any other kid, etc. Which, if I had to put it in more explicit detail, or a simple, vague detail, she was just this young, innocent kid, she wants to explore, she wants to know what's going on, she's always stuck at this one place, we don't even know why. But eventually she snuck out of the house or the room that she was in, thanks to a helpful spirit whatsoever, and she ended up seeing beetle geese or geese, etc., before he turned into something worse of what he was in season 1. If you guys know what I'm talking about, we are looking at geese in a very long time ago that was with Amelia when she was a young child, And it looks like to me he seemed like a big responsible man and knows what to do, and he wants to make atonement for the sins he's done. Whatever the case may be, it seems like it must be involved with Amelia's parents, the way how it went about, And when it comes to Amelia as a kid, she's always this girl that likes to sneak out whenever no one's watching, just to look at the outside world, and explore. And the biggest thing that was the highlight of Amelia's backstory or her memories was this seal. This seal has been a major point for Amelia's memories or her backstory, when it comes to her trial right now, or her memories that's showing up in the trial as a warm-up, And when it comes to Echidna and Amelia talking with each other, Echidna is pretty much sadistic and cruel and mean to Amelia. I think we have a reason why, but whatever the case may be, we can get to that to another time. But like I said, Amelia's backstory is that of a young kid right now. She's like any other kid. She's happy, lucky, and etc. And when it comes to her parents, there's something that happened to them that might be something connected with Geese or Betelgeuse himself, before he turned into a crazy antagonist in season 1. This is like very long ago, and now it looked like to me he wants to make atonement and wants to make amends for the sins that he's done, I don't know whatever the sins he's done, but it looks like it's a really big, important part of it. But he wasn't allowed to see Amelia, but Amelia ends up sneaking out of the house anyway and gets caught by Betelgeuse, and Betelgeuse seems very happy just to see her, and he's crying very badly, just saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're here, I can't believe you're okay, that kind of thing, It looks really confusing at first but it looks like to me he seems to be really happy here and there, Eventually he does get scolded by her mother, which apparently is a relative of hers, but she is pretty much a mother figure to Amelia when her parents are not around, And it looks like to me the truth about her parents was almost out when it came to Betelgeuse mentioning it, but for the time being, he decides to stop after the woman, I forgot her name, forgive me, tells him not to say it, But eventually, the memories end up ending off in a cliffhanger where an archbishop of the witches cult representing greed shows up, and that is Regulus Cornelius. Now, Regulus Cornelius, he showed up at the very beginning of ReZero Season 2 on the first episode, if I remember correctly. Hopefully that's the right thing, because we all know this guy. We seen him in Season 2, at the very beginning of Season 2, and he did a lot of damage to the people who were messed up by when they fought the white whale whatsoever. You guys get the cue. But whatever the case may be, it looks like to me he is involved with Amelia's childhood whatsoever. But it looks like to me he's not there to to make peace. It looks like he's there to cause a lot of trouble and chaos. And it ended off like that in Amelia's backstory at the end of this episode, where he just shows up saying, I'm Regulus Cornelius. Nice to meet you. And the episode ends off there. So it looks like to me, Amelia's real trial has yet to start. What we saw, or what we just been seeing, was just a simple warm-up. All I know is, there were a couple key points throughout Amelia's backstory. The seal, Betelgeuse, and Regulus Cornelius. Those are the 3 key points that I believe is going to be playing a little trial for Amelia. I'm just making my guesses. I can't say I'm right, but it looks like to me things are about to get a little hectic with Regulus Cornelius around, because it looks like to me he's not here to make peace. He's here to cause trouble, and where trouble goes, bad things follow. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!